I have the romantic notion that the snowmobile is the last horse. And if I really want to, I can point it west and ride till the sun sets on winter.
United States, Canada, and Europe. Wherever there is deep powder, freshly groomed trails, or an oval track waiting to be conquered, you'll find Ski-doo. Introducing the choice lineup of 1991 Ski-doo snowmobiles.
You heard the news. The 1992 Ski-doo snowmobiles are arriving at Ski-doo dealerships across the U.S. and Canada. This video is our way of saying thank you. It's your own personal sneak preview of the 92 sleds in action, plus advance notice about a special promotion with drastically reduced prices on the 91 sleds we need to sell to make room for the new models. Here we go.
At Ski-doo, we're in business to put you on the best snowmobiles in the world. Every one is built with the advanced technology of Bombardier. This year celebrating our 50th anniversary of putting new ideas into motion. From the monorail at Disney World, to Learjets we build in Wichita, Kansas, and Challenger jets we build in Montreal. From the subway cars in New York City and Montreal, to bullet trains including the train that'll soon link Dallas and Houston. From the new shuttle train cars linking France and England through the Channel Tunnel, to Ski-doo, the acclaimed leader in the rapidly growing personal watercraft industry. On land and water, in the air and on snow, Bombardier builds and will continue to build reliable, state-of-the-art products. Now, here's your sneak preview of the 1992 Ski-doo snowmobiles. To find out more about the 92 sleds, see the brochure included with this video. Better yet, visit your nearest authorized Ski-doo dealer for everything that's new on our high-performance trail and multi-purpose snowmobiles for 1992. Nothing beats a new Ski-doo snowmobile, and right now, you can buy either a new 92 or, while supplies last, a new 91 during our hottest sale ever. We call it Last of the Red Hot Deals. Because you're a valued customer, we're telling you about it before the national launch. To make room for the 92 sleds, we're slashing prices on all remaining 91 models, including our most popular high-performance sleds, the Formula Mach 1, Formula Plus, and Formula MX. Here's a closer look. Save up to $1,000 on a 1991 Formula Mach 1. It features a 617cc liquid-cooled Rotax twin, 2 VM40 carbs and dual rave valves in a Formula 1 design that is turning heads throughout the industry. Save up to $900 on a 91 Formula Plus with a 521cc liquid-cooled twin-cylinder Rotax. It has awesome acceleration and superb control thanks to race-proven PRS independent front suspension. Save up to $800 on a 91 Formula MX. It'll put you in the fast lane with the power of a 462cc Rotax twin, progressive reaction suspension, and big savings that make the MX more affordable than ever. During the Last of the Red Hot Deals promotion, you can also customize your MX, turn up the heat with sizzling new graphics and a great performance package. See all the details of this special MX offer on the back of the enclosed leaflet. Last of the Red Hot Deals is also your last chance to save on a 91 Ski-doo trail sled. In fact, you can save up to $1,600 on a 1991 Safari LCE. This Black Beauty brings to the trail a 462cc liquid-cooled Rotax twin that delivers strong performance. It features the comfort of our Transverse A independent front suspension, a plush seat and handlebar warmer. There are many other models to choose from. Hurry! This is a limited time offer. The faster you get to your nearest participating Ski-doo dealer, the greater your selection of 91 sleds at sizzling sale prices. Don't miss the Last of the Red Hot Deals. It's our hottest sale ever, and it's your last chance to save on the snowmobile you've always wanted at prices that will never be seen again. Pass this video on to friends, family, and fellow snowmobilers and spread the news. Be sure to burn a path to your nearest participating Ski-doo dealer today. He's ready with a deal you can't afford to pass up. Choose a new 92 or choose one of the Last of the Red Hot Deals on a new 91. Feel the momentum. Choose Ski-doo.
the soul, feel the Ski-doo spirit. I said you better stand back, I'm coming through. Hold on, that's what I say. Got a trail to tame, gotta do it my way. Miles ahead of all the rest, well I'm busting them trails, riding on the best. It's high time to fly, raise power into the sky. I got a Ski-doo sled, a hard driving dream, just a piece of heaven to me. I feel the power inside, see the light. So turn me loose, set me free. It's what I want, it's what I need. Take a good look, see it or believe it. My heat is on, the new muscle fever. It's my time to fly. I got a Ski-doo set, hard driving dream.
You know, my husband is a winter person. A lot of people aren't winter people, but my husband is a true winter person, and I've come by it the hard way. I've had to go with him because I wanted to share it with him. And now the thing that is just so incredible is to see a world that you've traveled to in the summer and you see it in the winter. You go north of here, you get up into Michigan where the snowfall averages about 450 inches a year, and you see tree stumps that turn into mushrooms by virtue of the snow that they've got covering them. And I guess there's nothing more beautiful than Yellowstone in the winter, where all the geysers shoot up their water and it sprays the entire area, so you're just in a winter wonderland. I guess snowmobiling in the winter is like seeing the world as it is in a Christmas card.
Like Audrey Decker, each of us has our own reason for loving the sport of snowmobiling. Undeniably, whatever that reason is, it holds a very special place in our hearts. At Skidoo, we care about each and every one of those reasons. That's why we build one of the most complete, versatile lines of snowmobiles you can find. Welcome to 1993. Welcome to a new family of Skidoo snowmobiles. And welcome to some familiar faces, friends of the Skidoo family that want to take a few moments to share their experiences and love of snowmobiling with you.
I think it's a great out. It's a great recreational sport, recreational activity. I haven't snowmobiled for years, and then when I came to Green Bay, started playing football there, I had an opportunity to get in the North Woods of Wisconsin, and I tell you, I love it. I love getting out in the snow and the powder and the trail systems, and just the people, meeting the people and being in the woods is probably one of the best feelings that anyone can have.
In 1993, you'll find a new attitude at Skidoo and a potent new bloodline of machines that are going to give you more of what you look for in a snowmobile. In every sled we build for 1993 and beyond, you'll see that we've been flexing new muscle. And what exactly does flexing new muscle mean? Just listen to what Wayne Nicholson, the man who raced to victory on his Mach 1X 670 in Stockade at the 1992 Eagle River World Championships, has to say.
That's our product line for 93. We feel that with the new product line that we're going to be coming out with, that we have got the so-called, we're going to be flexing our muscle because we are going to have the product line that the rest of the competition is going to be looking up to. We feel that we have the premier product for 1993, and the rest of the competition is going to have to go a long ways to be able to catch us.
Now, let's find out a little bit more about this premier product line, starting with a series of snowmobiles designed to make your palms sweat. Introducing the 1993 Formula Series. Our Formula Series has established a name for itself among riders interested in fast sleds that deliver big on control and comfort. For 1993, you're looking at our definition of a straight line, the shortest distance between 2 points. The 1993 Formula Mach 1, the same Mach 1 that made such a dramatic statement in Stock A and Formula 3 at Eagle River a few short months ago.
You know, the Mach 1 delivers all the horsepower that you ever need, and the way that it's designed with the new rear suspension that we've had this year, and all of that, it just it loves the deep powder, and it loves the moguls, and you know, because we don't have groomed trails, and so after you've been riding on the same trail for a little while, it starts to have its whoopties. And that's one of the areas that the Mach 1 really shines over all the other snowmobiles. And so, then it runs good in the deep powder. So you know, it's kind of the best of both worlds, and so it delivers everything that any snowmobiler could ever want.
The 1993 Mach 1 is blessed with a liquid-cooled 669cc Rotax twin that's performed in an awesome fashion on the 1992 racing circuit. Who would think a 670 could outrun a 700 and a 743? Well, maybe someone who didn't count on two rave valves, which change the size of each exhaust port automatically at 6,500 RPM for better back pressure throughout the entire power curve. Improved constant back pressure means better torque, and you don't have to take our word for it. Again, here's Wayne Nicholson.
That's been a very impressive engine for us this season. It was introduced in the Mach 1X for the 1992 model year. We have had many, many wins already in the drag racing circuits, both on the grass and on the ice thus far. And we are showing right now that we have the capabilities to win many races also in Formula 3, and we're definitely going to dominate the stock classes in the oval competition.
Wayne's success this past winter can be yours this winter, thanks not only to a great engine, but to two Mikuni VM40 carbs, a slippery low black windshield, and an array of standard features that'll keep you informed, full instrumentation, carbides, and a halogen headlamp. If the ultimate in trail performance is your dream, then wake up, because the 1993 Formula Plus is really going to open your eyes. Our ultimate trail sled features a 121-inch track and is powered by an incomparable 581cc liquid-cooled Rotax twin. Now, coupled with two Mikuni VM38 carbs, the Plus delivers the kind of outstanding power and acceleration demanding trail riders are looking for. The Plus can be purchased with manual start and either a 1- or 2-up seat, or with electric start in its 1-up version. All three feature a sporty, efficient mid-height windshield, full instrumentation, a halogen headlamp, and a pair of carbides.
Well, SKIDOO has contacted me years ago. I was really involved with the racing here in Eagle River many years ago. Followed the racers, got to know some of the guys, and actually helped out a little bit in the pit crews years ago. And SKIDOO has been the biggest part of this whole racing scene for years with their technology and their product line that have helped all the racers. And for me, it was just a continuation. I guess because of my notoriety in baseball, things fit together real well, and I've been using their product for many years now, and I've enjoyed it. It's been trouble-free for me, and it gives me the opportunity to get out and enjoy what I like to do, and that's actually drive the sled myself.
For riders who want the trail heritage and performance of a Plus, but want to head out to the lake or to the ovals to race, take a look at the Plus X. A 1-up limited edition race-inspired configuration of the basic Plus. The 1993 Plus X features two Mikuni VM38 carbs and the same powerful 581cc liquid-cooled Rotax twin and rave valves, which were standard issue in our 1990 Formula Mach 1. To control the additional power this sled will churn out versus our regular Plus due to the addition of the rave valves, we've turned to a high-performance polyester-reinforced 121-inch track. In an effort to replicate the racing sensation of the ovals, we've also replaced all of the shocks in the Plus X with Fox gas shocks for even better front and rear suspension performance. To reduce drag, a low red windshield is standard, as is full instrumentation, a halogen headlamp, and carbides. A second all-new limited edition high-tech configuration of the Plus EFI, will be available in 1993 for those who want the ultimate trail sled, but who demand the added benefits of electronic fuel injection technology. Unlike traditional EFI systems, which weren't developed for snowmobiles, the system on the Plus EFI was commissioned by SKIDOO and developed by Mikuni to work specifically in concert with our Rotax engine and Formula Plus setup. SKIDOO EFI is an electronically controlled multi-point injection system featuring 38mm throttle bodies. It also features a broader dynamic range than traditional EFI systems, which feature fixed regulator pressure. The SKIDOO EFI system also features an auto shutoff mechanism with a warning lamp. Unlike competitive EFI systems, when the Plus EFI is not in operation, there's no drain on the battery. Regardless of how you want your Plus, you know that you're buying one of the world's most successful snowmobiles. A success born of a perfect balance between power, handling, and comfort. What more could you ask for? Well, how about power, handling, and comfort with an even more affordable price tag? Presenting the 1993 Formula MX. With a heritage that stretches back to 1984 and beyond, the Formula MX is the industry's most affordable route to proven sport performance. The MX has more of what you want for less. It features a bulletproof 463cc liquid-cooled Rotax twin with 2 energy-efficient Mikuni VM34 carbs for ample trail power and much-appreciated fuel efficiency. With a standard 121-inch track and full instrumentation, including an electric fuel gauge for long-distance peace of mind, the MX is available with either a single or 2-up seat. For riders who really want a sled with a longer track, the Mach 1, Plus, and MX are available in our XTC configurations. Whether you want the added comfort on the trail that our 138-inch long track provides, or perhaps improved flotation in deep snow, you'll be pleased to learn that all 3 XTC models feature a maneuverable 36-inch ski stance, a weather-beating high windshield, and a 2-up seat with an integrated backrest and storage rack for the extras that are a must on longer rides. Finally, the MX XTC also features reverse gear with a warning beeper as standard equipment. Now, let's turn our attention to a snowmobile destined to take its place at the top of the list in the luxury class snowmobile record books. SKIDOO proudly introduces the first snowmobile in the world to combine high performance and high class in one package. The 1993 Formula Grand Touring. The power plant in our Formula Grand Touring is a smooth, bulletproof 581cc liquid-cooled Rotax twin. The same engine, in fact, that powers our Plus. And it's fed by 2 Mikuni VM38 carbs to ensure you get the kind of power from your sled that's long gone lacking in this category. From its 16 by 121-inch track up, there are literally no options on this sled. Everything is standard. Electric start, plush 2-passenger seat with a new fully adjustable backrest, a high windshield with integrated functional rear-view mirrors, heated passenger hand grips and throttle with new ergonomically designed handlebar-mounted toggle switches for each, progressive throttle, full instrumentation including a speedometer with trip meter, tachometer, oil injection indicator, temperature gauge, and electric fuel gauge, carbides, a halogen headlamp, and to keep you away from the pump longer, a large capacity fuel tank. The Grand Touring will also feature our all-new Ultra Glide composite skis, which help to make the sled lighter and glide better. Standard reverse gear and our new warning beeper round out the standard features on this luxury sled. Other than an optional hitch or front bumper, the only other feature on this sled you could ask for is the optional matching carry-all bag. It's color coordinated and designed to fit right in the rear storage compartment. Of course, a lot of what makes our Formula Series great comes from all the new and improved features these sleds have in common. The new reverse-ready chain case for quick installation of reverse on standard models. The 45-degree halogen headlamp has a new redesigned prism for even better visibility at night. C7 suspension featuring recalibrated gas pressurized long travel rear shocks now feature an expansive 8 inches of travel for unsurpassed comfort. And Track Adjust, a collar on each rear shock with 7 preload positions that can be easily adjusted to varying rider and trail conditions. Progressive reaction system front suspension is improved on the standard formulas to include 6 inches of travel. PRS now delivers more travel than most riders will ever need. Each model now features heated hand grips and throttles with individual high-low controls for each, making frozen fingers and thumbs a virtual thing of the past. Finally, all Formula models except the Plus X now feature a new 220-watt Nippon Denso alternator for improved lighting and less battery drain on electric start models. Of course, we should also add that 9 features readily acknowledged as key Formula components are back for '93. First,
our patented proven SKIDOO Total Range Adjustable, or TRA clutch, which requires 45% less axial force than competitive clutch designs, maintains engine speed more accurately, eliminates engine lag and increases belt life, and finally is engagement speed adjustable in 200 RPM increments to suit local snow conditions and performance preferences. Next, our standard formula sleds continue to run with a 40-inch ski stance for unsurpassed stability, handling, and control. Third, the formula seat, which is acknowledged as great looking and is repeatedly recognized as the most comfortable in the industry. Fourth, the rim meton hood. It looks better longer due to its impact-absorbing properties up to 40 below. Fifth, 2 pivot points on our patented progressive throttle for less thumb fatigue. Sixth, internal drive on all formula sleds means less noise, less friction, and better freewheeling. Seventh, all our snow flaps are color-coordinated to match sled graphics. Eighth, the large fuel tank that means more riding and fewer stops, not to mention less concern when the next town is a little further away than you thought. And last but certainly not least is our rotary valve plate, which squeezes more power out of every Rotax CC. Just listen to Mike Hoole, winner of the Pro Sprint class at Eagle River last January. Mike's success depends on getting as much power per CC, and he explains why.
The Rotax motor have always been about the best motor per cc compared to any other motors, and most classes in racing are by cc's.
Now, if you're a snowmobiler with a family and want a more affordable alternative for comfortable winter fun, we're proud to serve up exactly what you're looking for. Introducing the 1993 Safari Series, 3 sleds that all do one thing really well: deliver outstanding sport performance and recreational family value.
Well, I think, again, growing up in an area like this and having the winters that we have around here, a lot of kids start out very young riding snowmobiles, and, you're in a spot where there's not much else to do but to ride, and fortunately we've get the snow, and we're in an area that's nice, and it's got places where you can ride, and I think it's part of this area and part of the north where you can do it as a family and kids can go out. It's things that I think a lot of people in the big cities miss.
The Safaris also continue to feature our plush Transverse A independent front suspension with a 36-inch stance for excellent trail stability. The unique computer design features 2 hydraulic shocks with a full 7 inches of travel to accurately control scrub and bump steer even through sharp turns. The Safari track is a generous 16.5 by 124 inches long, and our easy-riding PRS rear suspension with dual-rate shocks features an industry-leading 9 inches of travel for a new level of trail comfort. Like the formulas, all our Safaris now feature our heated hand grip and throttle system with individual high-low controls for each. This next new feature will really be appreciated by riders who love to take to the trails at night. All the Safaris now feature a new 240-watt Ducati electrical system. This guarantees that even more light will get to the trail even at slower speeds. Our most powerful Safari for 1993 is the Safari Rally, a sled designed to let you enjoy miles of trails in comfort. The Rally wraps its chassis around a new powerful 497cc Rotax engine with 2 Mikuni VM34 carbs. This piston port fan-cooled twin features cylinders with a high port design to deliver all the reliable power exploring the great wide open demands. For comfort on longer rides, the Rally features a generously padded 2-up seat with ample storage space in the rear, passenger footrests, speedometer, and tachometer.
Since the 8th inning, 7th game of the World Series, got base runners every which way, got nowhere where to put them, and all I could think about was riding my Ski-doo. It was just unbelievable, and as soon as that thought came to mind, I knew I was out of trouble.
If you're interested in a full-size sled without a full-size price tag, we suggest you direct your attention to the 1993 Safari L and Safari Deluxe. Both of these sleds offer you the peace of mind of our proven peppy 368cc fan-cool Rotax twin, while appealing to your sense of winter adventure with ample Mikuni VM30 carbs, a contoured, thickly padded 2-passenger seat with backrest, and a medium windshield for good protection from the wind. As well, the Safari Deluxe features standard electric start for added convenience, attack, and heated grips and throttle with separate high-low controls. Both the Deluxe and the Safari L also feature a speedometer with a trip meter, parking brake, high beam indicator, oil injection indicator, halogen headlamp, and snow deflectors.
But I think what's most important is that my family, my wife, my son, my two daughters, they love snowmobiling as much as I do. And we can take these technically advanced snowmobiles that I enjoy the most, which goes over the moguls really fast. It has all the high performance that I need, and I can put my wife on it or my 9-year-old son, and it'll go 20 miles an hour just as well as it'll go 80 or 90. And really that's what it's all about. Snowmobiling is a time for family, and it's oriented in that way, and that's really why we enjoy snowmobiling, is because, you know, with what we do for a living, we're kind of away from the family quite a lot, especially myself when we do the traveling and all that to the different races, and then when we get home in the wintertime, we put the Ski-doos on the trailer and we go up to Chama and spend a couple weeks together, and that's what it's all about.
Now for something completely different, the Elan for 1993. The heart of this little workhorse is a magical 250cc fan-cooled single that amazingly squeezes performance out of every drop of fuel. Beneath the Elan, our one-of-a-kind bogey wheel suspension nears mythical proportions in terms of its ability to perform despite low snow conditions. The Alpine 2 is also back for 1993, sporting the powerful 496cc Rotax twin and two long 139-inch tracks it has become renowned for. There is no other sled like the Alpine 2 for handling the really big jobs, and accessories like a cross-country ski trail marker, a snowmobile trail groomer, a canvas cab, and a heavy-duty sleigh can come in mighty handy. If you're looking for sport utility sleds that are light on the wallet and long on versatile long-track performance, don't look further than the 1993 Tundra 2. The Tundra 2 for 93 has achieved new levels in terms of power, stability, handling, and comfort. A new 269cc Rotax engine replaces the 248cc engine in last year's Tundra. That move makes for a 10% increase in power, improved pulling performance, and better top speed. But the really big news for the Tundra 2 in 93 is out in front. Our new telescopic front suspension. Based on lightweight telescopic principles, this new advanced design has been tested in Finland for 3 years by our Scandinavian employees and consumers alike. It features a wider 32-inch ski stance, which remarkably improves handling as well as maneuverability in deep snow. It also makes for an extremely comfortable ride up front. Improvements have been made to the back end of the Tundra 2 as well. Suspension travel has been increased dramatically to over 8 inches. Both the Tundra 2 with a 124-inch long track and the Tundra 2 LT with a long 139-inch track feature a new aluminum extruded bumper, which not only increases the torsional rigidity of the hood, but protects it from scrapes. Standard features on both models include a built-in storage rack, medium windshield, and tongue-type hitch. This year, SKIDOO will offer one of our most successful sport utility sleds, the Skandic 2 in 4 high-demand configurations. The economical Skandic 377 with and without factory-installed reverse gear, the 503R with a more powerful engine and standard reverse, and the Skandic Super Long Track. We call it SLT for short, but with a remarkable 156-inch long track, there's little else about this sled that you can call short. The Skandic 377 and 377R are powered by our proven 368cc fan-cooled Rotax twin with VM30 carbs, while the 503R and SLT are propelled by a new 496cc fan-cooled Rotax with 2 VM34 carbs. These engines all offer enough power to get through the tough jobs while delivering good fuel economy to keep operating costs down. All Scandic 2 models for 93 feature our fully adjustable TRA clutch and a new driven pulley for reliable transmission performance. These extremely versatile sport utility sleds handle as superbly in deep snow as they do on groomed trails or even out on the back 40. This is due in no small part to our proven Transverse A front suspension, which delivers a full 7 inches of travel. It features 2 hydraulic shocks that accurately control scrub and bump steer even through sharp turns. We've also removed the stabilizer bar that is part of the Transverse A suspension on the Safari models for improved performance in the mountains or out in the fields full of fresh snow. As well, our capable progressive reaction system rear suspension has been modified on the Scandics to pack over 9 inches of travel on the 377s and 503R and almost 10 inches on the SLT. With the exception of the SLT with its awesome 16 by 156-inch track, all Scandic 2 sleds feature a long 16 by 139-inch track that gets them where you want them to go with ease. Finally, we've added a warning beeper on all reverse gear models. Standard equipment includes speedometer, parking brake, tube-type fuel gauge, heated hand and throttle warmers, 2-passenger seat, storage rack, tongue-type hitch, medium windshield, and a halogen headlamp. If leadership is the ability to innovate, then as you've just seen, SKIDOO has pulled out more innovative stops in 1993 than ever before.
You know, I think we're anxious with what SKIDOO has got coming out, especially in the future, you know, and you know the sleds that we're riding now, but I think you compare it to playing the game. Every year, there always seems to be somebody better and faster and stronger, and I think that's what SKIDOO is doing now, is they're coming out with sleds that are better and are faster, and I think, you know, the game that we have to play, we have to do whatever we can to stay with that kind of caliber, and I think SKIDOO is doing that and staying with their caliber and staying above and beyond it.
At the leading edge of innovation is breakthrough. We're talking about a concept so advanced that few dare approach it. Few certainly approach it as closely as you're about to see. Introducing our definitive statement for the future, the Formula Z series.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I had some friends from California call me the other day, and they said, they saw what they thought was a new SKIDOO prototype out there. It had a sled, had 1 ski in the front and had 2 skis in the back, and it just made a whooshing sound. And I thought, oh my God, you know, that sounds kind of off the wall. But then a few days later, some friends in New York called and they said, God, they heard that Rotax had put together a small jet engine, and you know, and that with a whooshing sound, that kind of goes together. But then, geez, I get into Wisconsin and they tell me they're talking V6s and stuff like that, and oh my God. And of course, some of these folks in Wisconsin should know, but it's hard to tell yet. But no matter what, it's going to have plenty of power, I know that. And it's going to be a hell of a good handler, a good suspension, and it's going to have the bells and whistles all on it, and she'll be a damn good looker too, because, you know, after all, it still will be a SKIDOO.
The Formula Z series, 2 sleds that are at the leading edge of SKIDOO technology that will have a major impact on every sled we're planning for the future. When we say flexing new muscle, you know what we mean by taking a look at the completely new 1993 Formula Mach Z and Formula MXZ. The Formula Mach Z and MXZ both feature a new ultra-light aluminum chassis that dramatically reduces the weight of these thoroughbreds without sacrificing strength. And our new Ultra-Glide lightweight composite skis further reduce weight and contribute to reduced friction and improved efficiency. The Z series also feature our revolutionary new direct shock action, or DSA, independent front suspension. With 7 inches of travel, it's a masterpiece of engineering and a marvel of simplicity. Working in perfect concert with our DSA front suspension is a modified version of our proven C7 rear suspension, now featuring 7.5 inches of travel. We've also redesigned the polyester reinforced track, especially for these 2 models. It measures an aggressive 15 inches wide by 121 inches long, an inch narrower than our standard Formula track. it features an innovative tread profile with an awesome bite for unsurpassed grip. These sleds are so revolutionary, we had to redesign our gauges to fit them. Enter our new cockpit night dial instrumentation. The extra-large backlit gauges on the Mach Z and the MX Z offer up at-a-glance information and include speedometer with trip meter, tachometer, and oil injection indicator. In addition, an electric fuel gauge and temperature gauge are also standard on the Mach Z. At the core of the Mach Z is an all-new 3-cylinder liquid-cooled reed-valved 774cc Rotax engine that defines the word speed. In fact, it redefines the entire top end of the performance snowmobile market. This new definition is enhanced by 3 Mikuni TM 38mm slide-type carbs and a triple-tune pipe setup. The new 3-cylinder engine also features rave valves on each of the 3 exhaust ports. The Mach Z also features a sleek low windshield, heated grips and throttle lever, halogen headlamp, and carb lights. The MX Z will appeal to snowmobilers who yearn for a new gold standard in affordable sport performance. At the heart of the MX Z is our proven 463cc liquid-cooled Rotax twin. At 470 pounds and fed by 2 Mikuni VM34 carbs, the lightweight MX Z is quick and agile. Standard features on the MX Z include an impact-absorbing front bumper for added protection, a halogen headlamp, heated grips and throttle, and a low windshield that strikes the ideal balance between sporty looks and protection from the cold. We are committed to putting the best technology on snow this winter and every winter to come. Technology that meets and exceeds the demands of riders that'll settle for nothing less than the best. Take a moment and listen to what Al Unser Jr., winner of the 1992 Indianapolis 500, has to say about what the IndyCar and SKIDOO technology connection mean to him.
The way it connects is with me, I drive the most technically advanced automobile in the world. And so when I come up to a motorcycle or a Sea-Doo or a Ski-Doo or what have you, I'm looking at the fine adjustments or the fine tuning and how much concentration have they put into it. And I looked that over and Ski-Doo does you know, the best job of anybody.
We're sure you'll be as excited as Al Jr. about the 1993 lineup. Technologically advanced snowmobiles built to excel at speed, sport performance, sport touring, and sport utility. This video demonstrates that commitment. The commitment to making our 1993 snowmobiles the talk of your town next winter. At SKIDOO, the word is flexing new muscle, and it shows.
Ski-doo sled, a hard driving dream, just a piece of heaven to me. I feel the power inside, and I was born to ride. Leave it all behind, one thing on my mind, flexing new muscle, yeah.
All Ski-doo riders are created equal, but that don't mean they got to ride the same machine. We wrote the book, now here's the sequel. We got a new Ski-doo sled for every single need. Move over moguls for cross-country action. Ski-doo can tackle down any kind of trail. Head for the top with deep powder traction. You put the high mark on every mountain that you scale. And it's engineered for the way you ride. There's a brand new Ski-doo waiting here for you. Well, there's a custom-made machine for all of you and all your dreams. It's engineered play. We'll give you power, force, and fun in one machine. Good friends and family, your kind of comfort. We got a long distance Ski-doo that's right for you. And it's engineered for the way you ride. There's a brand new Ski-doo waiting here for you. Well, there's a custom-made machine for all of you and all your dreams. It's engineered for the way you ride. Here we go. Out on the lake, you'll be the leader. Our muscle sled takes off and handles like a dream. Born to perform with sporting power. Cause when the trail gets up, Ski-doo gets lean and mean. And it's engineered for the way you ride. There's a brand new Ski-doo waiting here for you. Well, there's a custom-made machine for all of you and all your dreams. It's engineered for the way you ride. And it's engineered for the way you ride. There's a brand new Ski-doo waiting here for you. Well, there's a custom-made machine for all of you and all your dreams. It's engineered for the way you ride. And it's engineered for the way you ride. There's a brand new Ski-doo waiting here for you. Well, there's a custom-made machine for all of you and all your dreams. It's engineered for the way you ride.
Bombardier is a world rapid transit authority. No matter what the longitude, the latitude, or the altitude, we have the global experience in high-tech engineering to move you quickly and comfortably over land and water, ice and snow. At Bombardier, there's a strong commitment to excellence, and you'll find it in every Ski-doo snowmobile. To some riders, the bigger the engine, the better the thrill. To others, trail scenery is more enjoyable at a slower pace. Still others measure performance not in miles per hour, but in logs hauled per hour. That's why Ski-doo has, for 1994, designed a complete lineup of snowmobiles. Sport utility sleds, touring sleds, deep powder sleds, cross-country sleds, sport performance sleds,
and muscle sleds. Every category is different, every model is different, and one is engineered for the way you ride. The ideal muscle sled must have three things. 1, unbeatable power. 2, the ability to transfer that power to the track. And 3, top-end stability. The 94 Ski-doo muscle sleds have it all. When someone asks you what it is about the Mach 1 that keeps you out in front, you can smile and say, nothing. Or you can spell it out in 3 words, Rotax, rotary, and rave. The Mach 1 features our 669cc liquid-cooled Rotax twin, the undeniable champion of its class. With awesome acceleration out of the hole and top-end power on demand, it's hard to beat. Want proof? Check the records at Eagle River and other races across the snow belt. You may as well call the winner's circle the Rotax circle. The difference is engineering. The Mach 1 Rotax uses a rotary valve. Unlike a piston port design, its intake duration can be engineered independent of piston movement, maximizing intake charge and power output across the entire power curve. Adding to all that muscle are rave valves, another Ski-doo engineering exclusive. They change the shape of the exhaust ports, widening the power band and delivering more horsepower at every RPM. No wonder the Mach 1 is the 1993 NSSR World Speed Record holder in Class SR9, as well as the 1993 Eagle River Stock A World Champion. The Mach 1 is not just a fast ride, it's a fast, stable ride, thanks to PRS independent front suspension with gas shocks, a 40-inch ski stance, carbide runners, and improved C7 rear suspension with twin high-pressure gas shocks and 8 inches of travel. All this high-performance engineering adds up to great power transfer and a very smooth ride. Mach 1 gives you everything you need to own the lake, including these must-have features and much more. That's not hype. That's high-performance engineering. At Ski-doo, we put everything we have into your Mach 1, so you can put everything else behind it. In our search for the ultimate muscle sled, we tucked a liquid-cooled 774cc Rotax triple into a lightweight aluminum chassis. The result is the incredible Mach Z. It was named 1993 Snowmobile of the Year by American Snowmobiler magazine. It won both the 8th mile and quarter mile at the 1993 Manufacturers Acceleration Shootout at Old Forge, and it's the 1993 NSSR World Speed Record holder in Class SR10, and the speed record holder in the Pikes to Nenana, Alaska cross-country race. The Mach Z is engineered for those few riders who want to push the outside of the high-performance envelope. It even sounds different. The Mach Z growls with the ultimate high-power setup. 3 cylinders, triple rave valves, and triple pipes. The throttle action is effortless thanks to 3 slide-type TM38 Mikuni carbs. The response is unbelievable. The rest of the Mach Z's high-performance engineering includes DSA front suspension, a 40-inch ski stance for outstanding stability, improved C7 rear suspension for greater traction and acceleration, reduced friction, better freewheeling, and higher top end. Plus electric fuel and temperature gauges, big backlit tack and speedo, and more. The 1994 Mach Z, engineered to make all the lakes you ride seem just a little smaller. You know guts alone won't cut it on a fast, winding trail. You need crisp handling, instant throttle response, on-demand acceleration, and top-end power. You need a new Formula sled. Introducing Ski-doo's all-new Formula STX, a revolution in the sport performance category. It has our powerful and race-proven 581cc Rotax twin, the same engine that powered the Formula Plus X to so many race victories last winter.
and is the 1993 NSSR World Speed Record holder in Class SR7. The Formula STX also has a lightweight aluminum chassis. It has liquid cooling, and it has rave valves. Put all those features together, and you've got a power-to-weight ratio that will eat up any triple in its class. Add DSA independent front suspension, improved C7 rear suspension, carbides, and a 40-inch ski stance, and you're riding with legendary Formula stability and handling. Every corner becomes an opportunity to not only stay in front of the pack, but distance yourself from it altogether. The Formula STX is available with a solo or two-up seat, plus all the standard equipment you want, and then some. The new Formula ST features the same lightweight aluminum chassis as the STX. It has the same front and rear suspensions, carbide runners, and 40-inch ski stance, plus the best-rated instruments in the industry. What makes the ST different is what will make it one of the most sought-after sport performance sleds on the market. The ST features a proven fuel-efficient 463cc liquid-cooled Rotax twin, plus a two-up seat. You get the same Formula excitement at a very affordable price. The Formula ST, an exciting two-up sled with all the right equipment. Get ready for the ultimate sport performance snowmobile. Ski-Doo introduces the Formula Z, the sled everyone's been waiting for. The Formula Z is a special snowmobile for a special kind of rider. It features a 581cc liquid-cooled Rotax engine with twin Mikuni VM40 carbs and dual rave valves. Enough power to accelerate you down the trail and take the entire sport performance market with it. It also has a 40-inch ski stance with standard composite skis, a new racing style, 3/4-inch adjustable sway bar developed for the Mach Z, and Bombardier HPG high-pressure gas shocks at all four corners. They're the best high-pressure gas shocks made, built specifically for Bombardier to provide the best control and free trade handling of anything in their class. The Formula Z, it runs mean and low, and with all this standard equipment, it's going to be in high demand. Cross-country and snowcross racing have never been more popular, and this year you need two things to win: an early flight at the starting line and a new MX. The 1994 MX, with its legendary 463cc Rotax twin, is engineered for those who ride cross-country with all the agility and intensity of a gritty motocrosser. The MX features Bombardier HPG high-pressure gas shocks on the front suspension and the back of the rear suspension, delivering the ultimate in handling and bump absorption properties. The rest of the MX suspension specs read like a cross-country winner. On the DSA independent front suspension, a swing arm with radius rods, light, strong, 6.5 inches of high-impact absorption capacity. On the C7 rear suspension, progressive rate design, 7.5 inches of maximum travel with advanced geometry that efficiently absorbs impact throughout the full range of travel. The MX also features a 40-inch ski stance, carbide runners, big backlit gauges, and a strong front bumper for extra protection and a strong handhold for repositioning. Plus a long list of standard equipment, all this and more. Now that you've got the whole picture, jump on the 94 MX. After all, it's engineered for the way you ride cross-country. It looks like the MX, but looks can be deceiving. It's the 1994 MX Z by Ski-Doo, the cross-country sled engineered to get you to the finish line first. Like last year's powerfully popular MX Z, this year's features HPG high-pressure gas shocks, but now there are 2 in front and 3 in back. And they're take-apart shocks, giving you infinite combinations of spring rate, spring preload, and damper valving. The benefit is a suspension that can be customized for the way you ride and the terrain you race on. This year, we also lowered the engine.
In fact, it's lower than any other model we build to give you optimal handling on tight cross-country trails. On the Mach Z, you race with the power and fuel efficiency of our popular 463cc Rotax twin. Breathing through twin Mikuni VM34 carbs and set in a lightweight aluminum chassis. You win with the sharp reflexes of DSA independent front suspension. Now reinforced and stronger than ever with 6.5 inches of travel and a new high-performance adjustable 3/4-inch racing-style sway bar. C7 rear suspension hugs the trail with shocks featuring 7.5 inches of travel and new quick-adjust preload springs. You also get a new motocross-style brake lever and padded handlebars. New hydraulic disc brake system with twin-piston caliper for efficient braking. 4 rear idler wheels instead of 3 for improved reliability. Our revolutionary extra-large backlit gauges. And this list of must-have standard equipment is just the beginning. Considering something less than a 94 Mach Z? That's rough. If you like to travel where snowfall is measured in feet instead of inches, the new Summit 583 and Summit 470 are engineered for the way you ride. The new Summit models by SKIDOO have so many deep snow features it's hard to know where to begin. Let's start at the top, say about 10,000 feet. Riding in the mountains on a sled jetted for the prairie used to present a major problem. Change in atmospheric pressure made the fuel-air mixture in the carburetor too rich. And until you rejet it, you weren't going anywhere. The Summit sleds change all that. They use a control system that's so high-tech and so unique, it's patented, and we own the patent. We call it a high-altitude compensator, or HAC. It's sensitive to atmospheric pressures and changes the pressure differential automatically, adjusting the fuel-air mix as altitude increases or decreases. Simply put, you can ride from sea level to the summit and back down again without having to labor over rejetting and countless other engineering details. It's simple, lightweight, and it works, maintaining power during high-altitude cruising without rejetting at a fraction of the weight and a fraction of the cost of EFI. The new Summit 583 has been named the 1994 All-Star Sled of the Year by Snow West magazine. Here's why. It takes a lot of power to move through deep powder, and the Summit 583 has it. In fact, it uses the same powerful engine we put in our high-performance Formula STX, a proven 581cc Rotax twin, liquid-cooled with twin VM38 Mikuni carbs and twin rave valve for greater horsepower at every RPM. Other powder-proven features include a 15 by 136-inch track with a snow-gripping full-block pattern, high-profile lugs, almost an inch in length, lightweight composite skis, improved C7 rear suspension with a lower angle of contact to improve flotation, high windshield for protection, and a wraparound bumper for easy repositioning. These are just a few of the many standards you'll find on the Summit 583. If the ride you want is in deep powder, the sled you want is the Summit 583. Deep powder performance, independent front suspension, reliable power at a great price. You want it all, and the new Summit 470 is engineered to give it to you. It uses a lightweight aluminum chassis, DSA independent front suspension with 6.5 inches of travel, and C7 rear suspension with 7.5 inches of travel, all engineered to slice through deep snow. Adding to the performance is a 15 by 136-inch track with a full block pattern for superior traction. The 463cc Rotax twin-cylinder engine has proven itself at every altitude of the snow belt, including the highest mark of any new Stock 1 and Stock 2 sled at the 1993 World Championship Hill Climb in Jackson, Wyoming, beating out other brands with longer tracks and larger displacement engines. Now, with our unique advanced high-altitude compensator, this 463 power plant can go from peaks to valleys, maintaining power without rejetting. You also get a high windshield on the Summit 470, a large rear platform to hold your gear or attach the optional luggage rack,
plus all this standard equipment and much more. Take a peek at the new Summit 470, then climb the nearest peak in your area. You just can't beat touring with friends and family, and there's a Ski-doo touring sled just right for you. Some people may label all the amenities on the luxurious new Grand Touring SE as bells and whistles, but to you and your passenger headed down a wooded trail, every feature is engineered for the way you ride. In front, there's a high windshield, electric start, easy shifting reverse, side mirrors, a dash full of instruments, plus hand and thumb warmer switches conveniently mounted on the handlebars. In back, you'll find our MVA high-pressure gas shocks, adjustable to 84 positions so you can fine-tune the rear suspension for maximum comfort on the trail. Plus the most comfortable passenger area ever made, with a thickly padded seat, oversized and adjustable backrest, heated grips, even footrests. In addition to all the luxury accommodations outside, the Grand Touring SE has one heck of a motor inside. In fact, it's the same engine we use in the Mach 1, a 669cc rave-valved Rotax twin with all the power you need, whether riding solo or two-up. If your perfect ride is touring with luxury, style, and fuel efficiency, the Grand Touring is your perfect sled. Named the 1994 All-Star Touring Sled of the Year by Snow West magazine, the Grand Touring uses a 581cc Rotax engine to give you power and fuel economy. The PRS independent front suspension is both rugged and reliable. These aren't just promises, they're facts proven by thousands of trail riders viewing the horizon from their favorite scenic overlook. The Grand Touring offers serious two-up touring enthusiasts a plush ride mile after mile. Its feature list includes a thumb warmer for the rider and hand warmers for both rider and passenger, plus full instrumentation and plush seating for two. The large passenger backrest can even be moved forward for added back support when you're riding solo. If you prefer a long track on your touring sled, the Grand Touring XTC by Ski-doo is engineered for the way you ride. One trip down the trail on this sled's 16 by 138-inch track, and you'll know what the XTC stands for. Extra traction and comfort. Extending the track and suspension 18 inches beyond that of our standard model extends the comfort on rough trails for both you and your passenger. It also gives you the luxury of extra traction for that occasional venture off the beaten path. Feel like unfolding that trail map a little further? Go ahead. That's what the Grand Touring XTC is engineered for. Check out the 1994 Grand Touring XTC, and Grand Touring SE. As you can see from this partial list of equipment, the accommodations are superb. Snowmobile touring brings families together, planning the ride, packing the gear, winding along the trail on a sled that's big on comfort and value. If that's what you're looking for, then a Safari is engineered for the way you ride. At the top of our Safari lineup is the Safari Rally E. This value-packed sled features electric start and a power-packed 496cc twin-cylinder fan-cooled engine. The Safari Rally E is reliable. Nothing beats our exclusive Rotax engineering for fast starts, smooth power, and long-lasting performance. The Safari Rally E is also comfortable. No stiff ride here. It features our proven trail-hugging Transverse A independent front suspension, engineered with a full 7 inches of travel. Plus our PRS torque reaction rear suspension with an incredible 8.7 inches of travel. Wide skis and a 36-inch ski stance keeps the Rally E stable. A 2-up seat lets you bring a friend along for the ride. And standard equipment makes family riding more enjoyable than ever. Best of all, the price tag is engineered so everyone can own one. Simply stated, the Safari L is engineered for comfortable and affordable family touring. It features our rugged, reliable, and economical 368cc Rotax engine, a fan-cooled twin-cylinder power plant with dual Mikuni carbs, reliable CDI ignition, and convenient oil injection. The Safari L is as comfortable as it is spirited, thanks to Transverse A independent front suspension with 7 inches of travel to absorb the trail bumps. It also features a progressive throttle lever to reduce thumb fatigue, plus a speedometer and a cushiony seat to keep you and your passenger riding longer. The Safari Deluxe has everything the Safari L has and then some, including the convenience of electric start and a tachometer, plus the comfort of hand warmers, a throttle lever warmer, and footrests. Feature after comfortable feature. The Safari Deluxe is engineered for the way you and your family ride. No one has a wider range of sport utility sleds than Ski-doo. Everyone is engineered to help you get the work done, then head for the trails. The Scandic 2 hauls a load just as easily as it gives your family loads of fun. There are 4 models to choose from. The Scandic 2 503R packs a reliable, torque-filled 497cc fan-cooled Rotax engine. It has rugged Transverse A independent front suspension with 7 inches of travel, plus reverse gear, tongue-type hitch, and large rack. Want to leave behind a larger footprint? Choose the Scandic 2 503R SLT with a super long 156-inch track and 9.8 inches of travel on the rear suspension. It gives you incredible traction and comfort. The Scandic 2 377 features a 368cc twin-cylinder Rotax engine that's as reliable as a workhorse and incredibly stingy on fuel. Its 16.5 by 139-inch track ensures deep powder maneuverability and loads of traction on snow and ice. Want a little more versatility? Choose the Scandic 2 377R with reverse gear. All Scandic models feature heated grips, 2-up seat, luggage rack, and much more. This year's Tundra 2 and Tundra 2 LT give you a strong 269cc Rotax single-cylinder engine with a fuel-efficient Mikuni VM34 carburetor. Plus, independent telescopic front suspension, an extruded wraparound bumper, spacious storage rack, and protective windshield. The Tundra 2 has a 124-inch track, while the Tundra 2 LT extends the track to 139 inches. Years ago, we engineered the Alpine 2 to get linemen to their lines and trappers to their traps. Today, it's used by snowmobile clubs, ski resort owners, and cabin owners across North America. It features a unique single-ski, 2-track design, rugged 497cc Rotax engine, articulated rear suspension, and large storage rack. When there's a tough load to haul, anything less than the Alpine 2 is just that, less. From day one, Ski-doo has led the sport utility market, and this is the sled that started it all, the basic down-to-earth Elan. Still as feisty as ever, with a 250cc Rotax and one-of-a-kind bogey wheel suspension. It's great for frozen snow and low snow conditions. 30 years on the trail, and it's never looked better. The key to the ultimate ride is precise engineering. It takes technical skill, computer design, and a lot of riding time to assemble an engine, carburetor, clutch, suspensions, track, and skis into a machine that goes fast, stops fast, hangs onto corners, floats in deep snow, and absorbs everything from washboard trails to monster moguls. Simple? No. Possible? You bet. Whether you want a muscle sled, a sport performance sled, a cross-country sled,
a deep powder sled, a touring sled, or a sport utility sled, there's a Ski-doo snowmobile waiting for you. A snowmobile with your kind of power, your kind of handling, your kind of comfort, and your kind of standard equipment. There's a Ski-doo snowmobile engineered for the way you ride.
Out on the lake, you'll be the leader. Our muscle sled takes off and handles like a dream. Born to perform with sporting power. Cause when the trail gets up, Ski-doo gets lean and mean. And it's engineered for the way you ride. There's a brand new Ski-doo waiting here for you. Well, there's a custom-made machine for all of you and all your dreams. It's engineered for the way you ride. And it's engineered for the way you ride. There's a brand new Ski-doo waiting here for you. Well, there's a custom-made machine for all of you and all your dreams. For the way you ride, for the way you ride.
What you want to do, Ski-doo? Can't you feel the rage and the power? You better hold on tight. You're going places, you're gonna reach right out and touch the sky. You got the right machine, so go and chase your dreams and do what you want to do, Ski-doo.
For the way you ride,
For the way you ride. what you want to do, Ski-doo. Can't you feel the rage and power? You better hold on tight. You're going places, you're gonna reach right out and touch the sky. You got the right machine, so go and chase your dreams and do what you want to do, Ski-doo.
No two riders are the same at Ski-doo. This simple idea powers every snowmobile we make. There's a line of Ski-doo sleds for those who live to carve across the country, for those who leap tall mountains in a single bound, for those who want to put some distance between themselves and the rest of the world, or for those who want to be a part of it. And there are also Ski-doo sleds that are as serious about getting work done as they are about having fun. So you can do what you want to do for $19.95. There are over 24 Ski-doo sleds in all, each one engineered for the way you ride. In fact, we've developed 9 completely new models, and nearly all returning sleds are now outfitted with our F2000 lightweight aluminum chassis, a base component that lightens our sleds and more evenly distributes weight for better handling, balance, and a more comfortable ride. Each sled features dramatic new styling that creates an immediate sensation and lasting impressions. For $19.95, the company that invented modern snowmobiling is working to reinvent the sport, making it more fun, more comfortable, and more reliable. The whole story for $95 makes for some exciting riding. A major way that Ski-doo continues to advance snowmobiling is with its top-notch technology that you'll find under every Ski-doo sled's cab. Lift a hood and you'll find a Rotax, because for $19.95 there are 10 different Rotax engines available in dozens of different variations, all fitted to sleds on the basis of what each individual needs for its rider. They're fan-cooled for efficiency, reliability, and value, or liquid-cooled for maximum power. Some engines also feature rotary intake valves that precisely deliver the air-fuel mixture to the combustion chamber for greater horsepower production. Another power-enhancing feature is the exclusive RAVE system. RAVE, or Rotax Automatic Variable Exhaust, is Bombardier Rotax technology for maximizing both torque and horsepower across the power curve. At low engine speed, a smaller exhaust port helps generate more torque for better acceleration, and at higher speeds, the port widens to its maximum to allow the engine to breathe at its maximum rate. With features like these, Rotax engines consistently produce more horsepower per cc than comparably sized engines that use more standard technology. Another Ski-doo exclusive is our Total Range Adjustable Clutch. The TRA clutch operates smoothly and with precision balance, so belt life is enhanced over conventional clutch designs. Acceleration is smoother and power delivery is more constant. Additionally, the TRA clutch design allows riders to easily adjust engagement speed in 200 RPM increments. From outside the clutch housing, no disassembly required. The benefit this gives riders is the flexibility to set higher engagement speeds if desired for performance riding or tackling deep powder. And engineered just for peak seekers, the exclusive High Altitude Compensator, or HAC, automatically adjusts carburetor fuel-air mixture to account for changes in altitude, eliminating the need for carburetor rejetting, even as you soar to 13,000 feet above sea level. HAC isn't essential for all riders, but for those whose trails reach to the summit, it's an indispensable convenience that Ski-doo was the first to introduce. Housing all that intelligent engineering is a Ski-doo engineered polyurethane hood that retains its flexibility and nick resistance down to 40 degrees below zero. And underneath that hood is more proof that we're engineered for the way you ride. For $19.95, our improved C7 rear suspension features dozens of spring rates and shock valve settings that are carefully calibrated and specified for every sled family. Touring sleds get a more comfortable ride, while performance sleds are calibrated more for handling. All C7 equipped sleds feature 3 shocks, 1 in the front and 2 in the rear. All shocks have adjustable preload, so riders can tune their sled for their riding style, for the particular terrain they're riding over, or perhaps for another passenger. Totally new for 1995 is the long travel suspension found on 6 all-new or improved Ski-doo sleds. This new 2-shock rear suspension provides 10 inches of rear travel for an exceptionally smooth ride. It is also lightweight and extremely durable. The result of Ski-doo suspension technology is that different sleds are tuned for different riding tasks, different riders, and different riding styles. Moving up front, every Ski-doo sled, except a few sport utility models, now uses the quick steering direct shock action front suspension. With 6.5 inches of travel and excellent suspension geometry, DSA telegraphs steering inputs precisely for great response in corners and enhanced stability at speed. Front suspension differences between sled families and individual models include shocks, spring rates, sway bars, sway bar materials, ski stance, ski type, and ski size. Again, different riders require different equipment because they ride different sleds different ways. For everything you want from a sled, there's a Ski-doo sled engineered for the way you ride, so you can do what you want to do. There's a crisp crust over a groomed base, a wide open trail. You've got a mind to make it your own. Every ribbon of straightaway and every last curve. Now, the only thing between you and that simple ambition is a Ski-doo Sport Performance sled from the 1995 Formula line. The right formula for the way you ride is equal parts performance, reliability and handling, stability and aggressive styling, and a generous helping of heart-pumping exhilaration. For 1995, the entire Formula line features direct shock action front suspension with a full 6.5 inches of travel and our exclusive TRA clutch for smoother power engagement and longer belt life. Now, discover why each new formula produces a strong reaction of its own. Formula Z packs a race-proven Rotax 583 into a strong, lightweight all-aluminum frame. So for 1995, the balance of power continues to be in the Formula Z's favor. Under this slick and tough cab, over 580 cc's breathe through a pair of huge VM40 carbs, producing horsepower that's head and shoulders above other sleds in the 580 class. Rayed exhaust port modifiers and a rotary intake valve provide the finishing touches for a very powerful package. The Formula Z's 40-inch wide ski stance adds to stability. You can even dial in your own front sway bar setting for precise response to the trail you make your own. Fade-free HPG high-pressure gas shocks are standard both front and rear for excellent performance under hard riding. You'll also find light effort when you tug the Z's brake lever. It's connected to a new hydraulic brake. Combine these features with a lowered rider height and full-block low-profile track, and you end up with a sled that is certainly the sum of its high-performance parts. The all-new Formula SS is the sheer muscle within the Formula line. It's a big engine connected to track. It combines an all-aluminum frame and hot rodding suspension with an enormous Rotax 670 twin and a pair of side draft VM40 carbs. Adding a rotary intake valve and rave to the mix gives you a sled with everything it takes to boost performance and absolutely nothing to detract from that purpose or make it expensive. Like all formulas, the SS has a durable polyurethane hood that's easy to clean and scratch resistant with impact absorbing qualities that stand up to even 40 below. It's lean and strong and a great value for the money. Just what you'd expect from this carefully calculated formula. Now, what if you were to match the Formula Z's Rotax 583 with twin VM38 carbs, a lightweight aluminum frame, DSA suspension, and stable 40-inch ski stance in the front, C7 in the rear, and nearly perfect weight distribution? You'd have a match made in trail riding heaven, the Formula STX, the best value in the 580 class. Exclusives like the TRA clutch and oversized backlit gauges help round out a very well-rounded performance machine, equally suited to controlled cornering and a controlled budget. The LT in Formula STX LT means long track, and with a track length of 136 inches compared to 121 inches on the rest of the Formula line, that means this aggressive new sled sports better traction and a much smoother ride. The Formula STX LT also gives you two-up versatility and balanced overall handling and stability. And for performance that'll quicken your pulse while leaving your pocketbook pleasantly plump, check out the new Formula SL. Its slick new cab houses a powerful yet economical fan-cooled Rotax 503 engine, so it performs like a Formula should and proudly carries on the family name. Its proven power plant is married to a standard TRA clutch and our new smooth riding rear suspension with 10 inches of travel. It's a value. The Ski-doo Formula line, 5 different sleds, each one engineered for the way you ride. An uncut trail across the country lies ahead, but you know what it means to be in control, because you're riding on a 1995 cross-country snowmobile from the original trailblazers, Ski-doo, a sled that's engineered for the way you ride. Go ahead, take the trail less traveled. The 1995 MX Series has what it takes to keep you on top. Leading the way is a sled shaped by the intense heat of competitive racing. Every component on the Ski-doo MX Z is designed to make it go faster, handle better, and get you where you're going with less fatigue. At the heart of this year's MX Z is a liquid-cooled Rotax 437cc twin. This incredibly compact engine delivers more power than last year's MX Z, but does it with less weight and bulk. This new powerhouse sits deep in the MX Z's lightweight frame and is tipped forward for a lower center of gravity that delivers sure, solid handling in tight corners and high-speed straights. When you've got to ride with precision, you'll be glad you're steering with the direct shock action independent front suspension with a full 6.5 inches of travel. You'll get the steering response you want when you want it. The front suspension is also tough, as the front swing arms are reinforced with chrome moly. Infinitely adjustable high-pressure gas take-apart shocks and a racing-type adjustable sway bar let you fine-tune the Z's feel for specific trail conditions and the way you ride. The gas tank is also specially designed to lower the sled's center of gravity for quicker turn-in and steering response. In the rear, the MX Z's improved C7 suspension offers 7.5 inches of travel and 3 infinitely adjustable HPG take-apart racing shocks. The rear track is also specially designed to lower the sled's height to further improve handling. Front and rear, it's a racing-bred suspension that doesn't mind playing rough. And you'll find much more that preserves the high-performance spirit of MX Z. A hydraulic disc brake that puts massive stopping power at your fingertips. An easy-to-use pole starter. Wide set handlebars for better turning leverage. Big readable gauges. Heated grips and throttle. And a wide 40-inch stance for added stability. MX means maximum cross-country. But one trip down the trail and you'll figure that out for yourself. If you're ready for maximum cross-country excitement and an even more affordable package, put yourself on the 1995 MX. Outside and in, the MX is hungry for the ups and downs of cross-country snowmobiling with a big 470 Rotax twin, the liquid-cooled rotary valve Ski-doo legend. That power plant is teamed with our exclusive TRA clutch, which eliminates engine lag at startup and gives you precise RPM control for easy cruising at any speed. The MX shares with its spirited cousin a DSA independent front and improved C7 rear suspension. Its form front sway bar helps minimize body roll to control handling through corners. Gas pressure shocks, both front and rear, give the MX exceptional control over the bumps and fend off fade even after a full day of hard riding. An efficient disc brake helps you control the pace. A parking brake is also standard, and depending on your personal tastes, you can add a reverse gear, hitch, electric starter, and 2-passenger seat to bring someone along for the ride. The Ski-doo MX Z and MX, the maximum value in cross-country sleds, is engineered to help you do what you want to do every time you cross the country. All summer long, the scene played itself out in your mind. Cruising by a running stream, catching sight of nature decked out in all her winter finery. Views so beautiful, they invite you to linger and explore. And for 1995, the expanded family of Ski-doo touring snowmobiles gives you more ways to explore than ever. This year, the entire touring line sports a new lightweight aluminum chassis. It's easier to maneuver and helps provide a great ride on rough trails or smooth. Mile after mile, you'll wind yourself through the outdoors with the easy steering precision of the Ski-doo direct shock action front suspension. For stability, skis are set apart at a full 40 inches, and the skis themselves are wide, a design that further enhances steering ease. In addition to major feature changes like the aluminum chassis, we've also addressed smaller but no less important details on every sled. Details like our progressive twin pivot throttle, which prevents thumb fatigue on long rides. It's the combination of big and small items taken as a whole that make a great touring sled. To tailor our touring sleds for even more riders, 1995 marks the introduction of 3 all-new touring snowmobiles that delivered the comfort, convenience, and fuel economy you want at the price you want too. Along with the all-new sleds, you'll also find new styling and added amenities across the Ski-doo touring line. About the only thing we've made harder for 1995 is choosing the right sled. The Ski-doo touring line begins with the Grand Touring SE. It's the ultimate touring snowmobile, the most comfortable sled on the trail, bar none. Within its new lightweight frame, beats a heart capable of cruising and climbing with superlative reliability, durability, and comfort. The SE's proven 669cc liquid-cooled Rotax twin powers a highly refined chassis full of comfort-enhancing equipment. Its list of standards makes the SE a kind of open-air luxury sedan with what may be the industry's most comfortable 2-passenger seat, thanks to its 4-way stretch fabric and adjustable backrest. Plus, there's a luggage rack, heated grips and throttle lever, reverse gear, parking brake, and an easy-to-use electric start. This elegant package meets the trail with a specially equipped version of the Ski-doo DSA front and C7 rear suspensions. In back, sophisticated multiple valve adjustment shocks provide a variety of separate shock damping settings to help riders dial in an incredibly smooth ride in virtually any snow or trail conditions. Also enhancing ride comfort is the Grand Touring SE's extended 136-inch track. Like a luxury car with a long wheelbase, the long track smooths out bumps and also provides the added benefit of extra traction. An important quality for those trails whose beauty is only skin deep when a rough ride is hiding under a smooth blanket of fresh powder. The 1995 Grand Touring 580 offers many of these same amenities in a sled powered by a liquid-cooled 581cc Rotax twin. The Grand Touring 580 is built on the same long-track aluminum chassis and rides on the same front and rear suspension as the SE 670. But the 580 features standard gas shocks up front and high-pressure gas in the rear. For extended tours, the 580, like the SE, also carries over 11 gallons US or 42 liters of fuel. One bump that almost every touring family encounters in its trails is a limited budget. And Ski-doo comes through with the most affordable liquid-cooled long-track touring sled yet, the Grand Touring 470. Powered by the proven Rotax 463cc twin, the GT470 rides on the direct shock action front suspension with 6.5 inches of travel up front and the triple shock improved C7 rear suspension with 7.5 inches of travel in the rear. And it's loaded with all the comforts you expect, plus a few more. 2-passenger seat with backrest, driver hand warmers, reverse gear, and electric start. The newest member of the Ski-doo touring family is the SLE, a sled that's packed as full with value as it is with technology. The SLE's engine is an efficient air-cooled 496cc Rotax twin with electric start and reverse. It's strong on economy and built for long-term reliability. The new Touring SLE also features Ski-doo's lightweight, easy-riding aluminum frame, DSA front suspension, hydraulic shocks front and rear, and a revolutionary long-travel rear suspension with a remarkable 10 inches of compression travel. It's a suspension that helps keep the bumps from bumping you. This easy-riding snowmobile also includes a full complement of conveniences, such as big backlit analog gauges, hand warmers, a comfortable 2-up seat with backrest, and more. Following the trail of the Touring SLE are the 1995 Touring LE and L. Both run with the reliable fan-cooled 368cc Rotax twin, an engine capable of making more than ample power for touring. Both sleds also let you feel the comfort of the long travel rear suspension. It's mounted on a 136-inch long track under the LE and a standard 121-inch track on the L. For added convenience, the Touring LE adds standard heated grips and electric start. The Touring family for 1995. 6 good ways to turn those summer dreams into a winter reality. This might just be the top of the world, because there's nothing but treetops and a sea of powder for as far as you can see. Your trails always take you higher, to places and elevations no ordinary sled can reach. To get you there, there's a pair of Ski-doo mountain sleds engineered to help you reach for the sky and catch it. The ultimate for mastering deep powder is the mountain climbing all-new Summit 670. The Summit 670 is a cross between our powder-hungry Summit chassis and the same engine block that moves our Mach 1 muscle sled. The 2-cylinder liquid-cooled 669cc Rotax generates awesome climbing power. Outfitted with a rotary intake valve and Rotax automatic valve exhaust port modifiers, low-end torque is increased and horsepower is maximized across the rev range. The innovative high-altitude compensator keeps the fun going, allowing you the freedom to soar from sea level to 13,000 feet above without rejetting. Bombardier Rotax's ingenious high-altitude compensator automatically adjusts carburetor calibration to deliver maximum power at varying altitudes. HAC works its magic without the high cost, weight, and complexity of electronic fuel injection. Rotax engines were the first to offer this life-simplifying system that really works for mountain riders. Like the engine, the rest of this Summit is purpose-designed for dedicated climbers, even down to improving the seal between the belly pan and the cab to keep the powder out so the engine can breathe without restriction. As on both Summits, the 670 has a triple shock C7 rear suspension with 7 preload settings and high-pressure gas shocks. With a 136-inch long track, the result is extra high flotation over the deep stuff. And there's another benefit to the long track. It smooths out the ride over bumpy trails, like the long wheelbase on a car smooths out a rough road. Completing the track assembly are aggressive lugs over 1 inch long that help give the 670 added bite and maximum traction in powder. And like other aspects of the 670 that are designed just for deep powder riders, the track on this sled is a multiple V pattern that adds handling stability, especially in corners. Moving up front, you'll appreciate the narrow 37-inch ski stands for the side hilling performance you need. The direct shock action front suspension uses nitrogen-filled shocks to help direct the wide, high-float composite skis that make for a combination that gives you flotation on powder so fragile it wouldn't support your own weight, along with comfort you may not believe in until you experience it. The second peak in the Summit range runs with the race-proven 583 liquid-cooled Rotax engine with HAC and the same suspension configuration as the Summit 670. Standard features include the heated grips and throttle, easy-to-read gauges, parking brake, a high-powder deflecting windshield, and more. The Summit 583 is light, it's powerful, and it's so perfect for powder that Snow West magazine named it 1994's Snowmobile of the Year. So go ahead, tear open a trail through a range of uncut powder and reach for the summit. It's easy when you're on a snowmobile that's engineered for your ride to the top. They may have the desire. They may have all the commitment in the world. They may have the poise, the reflexes, and all the other qualities it takes to win. But if they don't have a Mach by Ski-Doo, the purebred muscle sled, they don't have a chance against you. For $19.95, this awesome pair of Mach snowmobiles boasts better handling and exciting new styling. With all the power that's given the Mach racers a well-deserved reputation for speed. The 1995 Mach Z gets its jet-like thrust from the most powerful production engine in the Ski-Doo lineup and in the 800cc class. A liquid-cooled Rotax 779 triple with rave exhaust port modifiers and triple pipes, delivering around 2.5 horsepower per cubic inch at better than 8,000 RPM. This awesome power plant rides in a lightweight, high-strength aluminum chassis with stability and ride-enhancing suspension all the way around. The skis, with 8 carbide runners each, sit 40 inches apart for predictable high-speed handling. The direct shock action front suspension controls the individual skis with high-performance, fade-free high-pressure gas HPG shocks, dampening the 6.5 inches of front travel. And an adjustable front sway bar gives you even more control for tuning the front end to match your riding style or prevailing conditions. A recalibrated rear suspension for $19.95 also uses HPG gas shocks and offers 7.5 inches of smooth travel for the high-performance edge. And a new hydraulic brake gives you stopping power to keep things under control. With its aerodynamic cab, low windshield, and all new graphics, the Mach Z seems to be moving even when it's standing still. And once you're underway, you'll appreciate the bright night dial instrumentation to tell you just how much fun you're having. For $19.95, the Mach 1 sports a new lightweight aluminum chassis, plus the same high-performance suspension on the supersonic Mach Z. The Mach 1 engine sits low in the chassis for the trail-hugging feel you want in a race situation. The even balance of the frame makes for the best handling Mach 1 we've ever made, equally sure on hard-packed raceways and on soft spots. Under the hood lies a liquid-cooled rotary intake valve-equipped Rotax 670 twin, the secret behind the Mach 1's incredible acceleration and high top speeds. Big VM44 carbs supply fuel and air to each cylinder. And the exhaust is expelled through the power-boosting rave port modifier system and individually tuned dual exhaust pipes. For getting off the line better, there's the TRA clutch, adjustable in 200 RPM increments to suit your style or changing snow conditions. And the new Mach 1 also comes with a newly styled hood, adjustable sway bar, hydraulic disc brake, backlit analog gauges, heated grips, and a fatigue-reducing progressive throttle lever that's also heated. No wonder they measure speed in Machs. It's cold, but you've got a lot of work ahead of you. You need a dependable sled to help you get the job done. And when the workday's through, you want a sled that still knows how to entertain you and your family. Just the type of sled you'll find in the sport utility line of Ski-Doo sleds. Durable workhorses that are equally good choices when it's time to do some horsing around. In fact, there's a Ski-Doo sport utility sled for just about every way you want to work and play. The Skandic 500 is the most powerful Ski-Doo sport utility sled for $19.95. With the handling of a cruiser and muscle to spare for long days at work, provided by a fan-cooled 496cc Rotax twin. New for $19.95 is its light all-aluminum frame with new DSA front suspension to handle tight quarters with ease. The long 136-inch track grips the snow for exceptional traction and floating comfort. And the rear suspension gives you more than 10 inches of travel for a comfortable ride. For convenience while at work or on the open trail, the 500 also includes a tongue-type hitch, large luggage rack, and standard reverse gear for getting out of tight spots. When everything about a sled is this inviting, the working muscle, the trail handling, and even the price, it can only mean one thing: you're riding the Skandic 380. The proven Rotax air-cooled twin with 368 power pack cc's is teamed with a number of extras for added comfort and convenience. A 2-up seat, plus grip and throttle warmers, parking brake, and reverse gear, all included at no extra cost. And for those times when things between you and your sled are strictly business, Ski-Doo makes the Skandic Wide Track. Everything about the WT is engineered for hard work and towing in the snow. The all-steel frame provides added solidity for rugged terrain. And inside, a 496cc Rotax delivers considerable pulling power. But even with this combination, the Scandic Wide Track is still the lightest sled you can buy with a 150-inch track. And thanks to the Wide Track's monster-sized footprint, a 154-inch track that's 20 inches wide, this Scandic will float over or cut through just about anything to get the job done. And getting the job done is aided by a 3-speed transmission that, in addition to reverse, gives you 2 forward speeds that are fully synchronized for shift-on-the-fly performance. For all the flotation you'd expect from a pair of snowshoes, put yourself on the Tundra 2LT. Simple and reliable. It's among the lightest weight sleds we make. The Tundra's nimble 269cc Rotax turns out ample torque in a compact and economical design. And the long 139-inch track delivers awesome float over unbroken powder. Who says you can't find good help at a good price these days? One of snowmobiling's longest-running success stories, the legendary Elan by Ski-doo, is still engineered for the way you ride. Elan is big on economy and not afraid of hard work. And with the industry's only bogey wheel suspension, it's equally at home on varied snow surfaces. This traditional favorite is propelled by a 250cc single-cylinder Rotax, strong enough for lots of pulling power, and part of a very lightweight and maneuverable package. Over 20 years old and still running strong and looking good with its new cab. For sheer hauling ability, Ski-doo also brings you the Alpine 2 with a muscular 496cc Rotax twin, 3-speed transmission with 2 forward gears plus reverse. Its twin 139-inch tracks grab the snow, making it a preferred hauler and an economical trail groomer. And it's one of the complete line of Ski-doo sport utility sleds, built to give you a long day's work without a complaint, designed to show you a good time when the work is done, and engineered for the way you ride.
What you want to do, Ski-doo.
Ski-doo is going places for 1995, so climb aboard. See the entire 1995 lineup at your Ski-doo dealer today. Discover the sleds designed around you.
Engineer for the way you ride, Ski-doo.
You weren't planning on going anywhere fun without us, were you?
Wow, I hope all that action pumped you up for some great riding this season. At SeaDoo Ski-Doo division, everything we do is driven by our passion for this incredible sport of snowmobiling. Since J. Armand Bombardier invented the modern snowmobile back in 1959, this passion has led us through many years of leadership and innovation. And as we check out the Ski-Doo lineup for 1996, you'll see that our passion for building snowmobiles is more prominent now than ever. The Ski-Doo lineup includes even more models for 1996. You'll find more Ski-Doo sleds equipped with the incredible stopping power of Bombardier hydraulic disc brakes. Our exclusive TRA clutch has been refined on many models with a cushion drive to deliver even smoother performance. And our bigger bore sleds offer the improved ergonomic comfort of footrests angled at 30 degrees for a more natural riding position. We have more long travel equipped sleds than any other manufacturer. And in 96, we have 19 sleds that give you 10 inches of true travel. But providing you with more models to enjoy snowmobiling isn't the only way a Ski-Doo sled is engineered for the way you ride. When a Ski-Doo sled is delivered to your dealer, he goes over a comprehensive pre-delivery checklist to make sure that everything's in order before you take delivery. Now, one item on your dealer's checklist is adjusting the suspension of your new sled to fit you, to make sure your new Ski-Doo sled matches perfectly with the way you ride. Now, to do that, however, you have to tell your dealer how you ride. Do you typically ride on smooth, well-groomed trails or moguls? Do you like a soft suspension? Do you ride competitively? All of these elements can be a determining factor in tuning your sled. That, plus taking into consideration your weight, riding one up or two up, your riding habits, they all go into making your new Ski-Doo truly engineered for the way you ride. Also for 96, you'll find even greater attention to the details we pride ourselves on, like the superior fit and finish you'll find in this smooth molded handlebar pad, in the nice tight seam between the seat and gas tank, and with a special seal that keeps snow from blowing under the hood. And while we're talking about the hood, ours is constructed of rim polyurethane instead of rim metin, which is used by the competition. For this kind of flexibility and durability, all the way down to 40 degrees below zero. Almost all Ski-Doo sleds are now equipped with a strong yet lightweight aluminum chassis to shave off precious pounds for better all-around performance. And each chassis is robotically welded at our highly automated North American production facility for a level of precision engineering that we'll proudly put up against any other manufacturer. Ski-Doo sleds are divided into 6 distinct segments, and within each one, every sled is built to meet the needs of a particular kind of rider. So whether you ride with family and friends, or out ahead of the pack, over fresh mountain powder, or across a frozen lake, if you put your sled through a hard day of work, or you use it to take life nice and easy, there's a Ski-Doo sled that will fit you perfectly. That's why we say Ski-Doo snowmobiles are engineered for the way you ride. If you're looking for a sled that's quick and aggressive through the corners and across the straightaways, or if you need a sled that's both economical to own and easy to ride, you'll find your perfect formula right here. In 1996, there were 8 formula sleds to choose from, starting with a sled that's known for being first, the Formula 3 Triple. With its royal purple paint and wild graphics, the Formula 3 is hard to miss and even harder to catch, thanks to this race-ready Rotax 598cc triple with rave exhaust porting and 3 tuned pipes. While the Formula 3 may be hard to catch, getting an accurate instrument reading isn't. This formula, like all Ski-Doo sleds, is designed with large, easy-to-read, oversized gauges, arguably the best in the industry. From the carbide runners on its plastic skis to the instant grip of its Bombardier hydraulic disc brake, the Formula 3 is one serious sled. For proof, look no further than your nearest race circuit. Now, we realize that the Formula 3 may be too radical for many riders' needs. That's why we offer all these other Formula sleds to choose from, like the Formula Z. For '96, improvements on this top-notch performer extend well beyond its new purple paint to include a new race-calibrated long-travel suspension setup with 8 inches of travel in front and a full 10 inches in our SC10 high-performance rear suspension for ride and handling that are second to none. Now on to the rest of the Formula lineup. Next up is the Formula SS. With its muscular 670 Rotax engine, the Formula SS is still the best value around in big bore performance. And for '96, the SS has been improved with the new long-travel DSA front and SC10 high-performance rear suspension setup, and the same screaming purple paint as the Formula Z, plus straight handlebars and a Bombardier hydraulic disc brake to bring all this power to a quick stop. The versatile performance of the 581cc Rotax-powered Formula STX and its long-track 2-up twin, the STX LT2, are back for '96, made even better by new straight handlebars and SC10 long-travel rear suspension. And here's an all-new entry into the Formula lineup, the Formula SLS. It combines the smooth ride of our SC10 sport rear suspension with the ample power of a new liquid-cooled 499cc engine that powers 3 new Ski-Doo models for '96. The SLS is housed in a lightweight aluminum chassis to produce an excellent power-to-weight ratio. In fact, the SLS will handle and perform well enough to hold its own against just about anything through the trails. Next up are our popular fan-cooled Formula sleds for '96. The low-cost 497cc Formula SL and the even more economical 368cc Formula S. These sleds are inexpensive, but they're no soft toys. Both now offer straight handlebars for easy handling and SC10 Sport rear suspensions for a comfortable ride. We also offer a complete line of grand touring and touring snowmobiles for people who like to get out and share all the beauty of a comfortable winter ride with family and friends. This 2-up luxury cruiser has won Snow Action Magazine's All-Star Touring Sled Award for the past 3 seasons. And for '96, the Grand Touring SE is better than ever, with a new Bombardier hydraulic disc brake, new powder paint on the chassis to color match the hood and the belly pan, and a list of standard comfort and convenience features as long as your arm, like reflection stripes that make your sled more visible to other snowmobilers approaching from behind. Now, the SE offers a seat that's recognized as the most comfortable anywhere, thanks to the fabric that stretches 4 ways for softness and support, even in extreme cold weather conditions. This remarkable seat also includes a backrest that easily adjusts for 1 rider or 2, and even the angle of support. And a second passenger on the SE will be thrilled to find hand warmers along the side of the seat. Next up, the Grand Touring 580, with most of the comfort and convenience features of its bigger brother, the SE, plus a Rotax 582 liquid-cooled engine, and new for '96, an SC10 Touring long travel rear suspension. Here's an all-new Ski-Doo sled for '96, the Grand Touring 500. It's powered by our new liquid-cooled Rotax 499 engine and includes standard electric start, reverse transmission, and hand warmers which regulate at 2 temperature settings. The Grand Touring 500 also features a lightweight aluminum chassis and our long-travel SC10 Touring rear suspension for hour after hour of comfortable 1-up or 2-up riding. And you can still count on the economical fan-cooled engine performance of these 3 Ski-Doo Touring sleds in '96. The Touring SLE has standard reverse, 2-up seat, electric start, rear footrest, SC10 Touring rear suspension, and powerful Rotax 503 engine. Its slightly smaller sibling, the 437cc powered Touring LE, or the Touring E, an inexpensive 1-up sled with a 368cc Rotax engine, SC10 Sport rear suspension, and standard electric start that make it ideal for those new to the sport. More and more riders are discovering the excitement of cross-country riding, and the best place to find it is aboard one of these Mach Z sleds from Ski-Doo. Now, this screaming yellow sled is the all-new Mach Z 583. It's outfitted for the ultimate in aggressive cross-country riding with our race-calibrated long-travel DSA front and SC10 cross-country rear suspension setup to eat up the toughest cross-country courses. And what can we say about the race-proven Mach Z 440 that the competition hasn't already muttered under its breath? Unfortunately for them, and fortunately for any rider who won't settle for second best, the Mach Z 440 is back and badder than ever in '96. Outfitted for serious racing, from its new low-slung S2000 hood to its high-winding 437cc engine with rotary valve and rave for mind-boggling low-end torque. Now let's meet some sleds that are engineered to help you work all week and play all weekend. The sport utility lineup of Skandic sleds from Ski-Doo. There are 3 Skandic models to choose from. This Skandic 380 offers the pulling power of a fuel-efficient fan-cooled 368cc Rotax engine mated to our Bombardier light clutch. And with standard features like a direct shock action front suspension, 37-inch ski stance, long track, and standard reverse, you know this lightweight, easy-to-maneuver sled means business. And if your business is even more demanding, step up to the Skandic 500 with all the features of the Skandic 380, plus the added might of a fan-cooled 497cc Rotax engine. And both these Skandic models feature the SC10 Touring rear suspension, which makes them the only sport utility sleds in the industry with a comforting 10 inches of travel. The Tundra 2 LT is back for '96. It's been called the mechanical snowshoe for its proven reliability, versatility, and the flotation of its long 139-inch track. And here's the sled that's considered the ultimate winter workhorse. This Skandic wide track has a huge 20-inch by 154-inch footprint for traction and stability, plus a unique articulated rear suspension that makes it virtually impossible to get stuck. It also features the shift-on-the-fly versatility of a synchro mesh transmission with 2 forward speeds and reverse. Now, let's head for the mountains. If you ride where the air is thin and the powder deep, there's only one line of snowmobiles that can take you to the top: the Summit sleds from Ski-Doo. All Summit models are built on the new lightweight aluminum S2000 chassis for better float in deep powder. Summits are the first sleds engineered specifically for mountain riding, and they're still the best suited for this high-altitude style. The Summit line starts with an all-new mountain sled that's lightweight but no powder puff, the Summit 500. The Summit 500 is both easy to maneuver and easy to afford. It has all the mountain-taming features of our larger Summit sleds, like Hack, our patented high-altitude compensator. Hack automatically adjusts carburation as you change elevation at a fraction of the cost and weight of electronic fuel injection. Like all Summit models, the Summit 500 includes a 37-inch ski stance for superior side hilling, as well as this long, deep lug track with its exclusive multiple V pattern design to hold snow underneath the track for superior flotation. Snow Action magazine calls it the best deep lug track in the industry. The Summit 500 has it all, along with this all-new liquid-cooled 499cc Rotax engine and the long travel comfort of our SC10 touring rear suspension. The Summit 583 is back in 1996, made even better by the addition of an SC10 touring rear suspension and new straight handlebars for easier side hilling and maneuverability. And if you'll settle for nothing less than the king of the hill, we'll settle onto the seat of this Summit 670. To help you reach your peak first, the Summit 670 generates its mountain-conquering force from a big-bore Rotax 669cc liquid-cooled engine that Race and Rally magazine has called the king of the twin cylinders. And now for you riders who are always in a hurry, we've saved a big finish. Presenting the Ski-doo Mach muscle sleds for 1996. The Mach 1, powered by a 669cc liquid-cooled Rotax engine with rave and rotary valves, breathing in through twin VM44 carbs and out through twin tuned pipes. The even mightier Mach Z and its 774cc triple with rave and triple tuned pipes. And new for 96, the muscle of a Mach Z with the added flotation of a long track, the Mach Z LT. All three of these screamers come with standard Bombardier hydraulic disc brakes, lightweight plastic skis, Radical DSA front, and C7 rear racing suspensions. Snowgoer magazine rated the C7 as the best rear suspension of all muscle sleds. And now for 96, they're as comfortable as they are fast, thanks to the improved ergonomic design of our new 30-degree footrests and straight handlebars. In addition, the Mach 1 now includes the smoother operation of a cushion drive TRA clutch, along with its outstanding throttle response to make it even more effortless to leave the competition in your snow dust. Well, that's the 1996 Ski-doo lineup. More advanced models to choose from, new high-tech features, more comfort, more style, and more long travel suspensions than any other manufacturer. It all adds up to a truckload of great reasons to visit your authorized Ski-doo dealer and share our passion for snowmobiling. We'll see you on the trails.
story of a company that loves fun as much as I do.
A company that's as individual as I am.
A company that understands what snowmobiling should be.
A company that believes winter rules.
That company is Bombardier Recreational Products.
The people who deliver winter.
And Ski-doo snowmobiles.
The only company with the diversity to offer everything you ever wanted to see about winter.
On Winter Rules TV.
Where you can watch whatever you want to, as long as there's snow in the picture. This is what I want to see. The best sleds riding under the most awesome conditions. And that's the new 99 Mach Z sleds from Ski-doo. Nothing else handled wild moguls and rough terrain with this much power and performance. All right, start at the top with the Mach Z 670 HO. It dominated before, and now it has a high-output Rotax 669cc engine with DPM to push it to the next level. But it gets even better. Check out the all-new Mach Z 600. It has a lighter, leaner ZX chassis and a new Rotax 597cc engine that's going to change all the rules in the 600 class. Add in the Mach Z 500, back again to dominate the 500 class, and one of the best fan-cooled sleds anywhere, the Mach Z 440. Now that's performance. That's what I call riding. If you want to talk about some real riding, you'll need to move up. I'm talking all the way to the top with the 99 Summit lineup. Now this is riding. Running the ridge. Carving through deep powder. Climbing steep grades. It just doesn't get any better. The sleds don't get any better either. That high-output Rotax 669cc engine you mentioned, the first sled to have it was the Summit X 670. And this year, the Summit X is just as yellow as any Mach Z. As for breakthrough 600s, there's a new Summit 600 too. And it has the same lightweight ZX chassis and high-tech Rotax 597cc engine as the Mach Z 600. Speaking of a lightweight sled with plenty of power, the Summit 500 is back, making this the best lineup for the most awesome kind of riding there is. Mountain riding.
You guys can keep your macho stuff. To me, snowmobiling is my chance to get together with my family and good friends and enjoy the beauty of nature in wintertime. I will agree with you guys about one thing. There's no better snowmobile for my kind of riding than a Ski-doo snowmobile. There are so many Grand Touring and Touring models that it's hard to pick a favorite. But I'll go with the new Grand Touring SE. It's loaded with everything I need to stay comfortable over a long day on the trails. And comfort is what it's all about, boys. Now this is what I call a good time.
Snowmobiling is definitely the sport for me, but there are so many Ski-doo models. My Winter Rules channel would help me pick the right model. I'm the kind of guy who likes to travel through the trails without a passenger. And I don't want to be left behind. I really don't want to be left behind. I've picked the Formula Z670. Let's see. It has a fully coupled smooth riding arm rear suspension and a DSA Plus front suspension. Oh, I think I've found my true love.
Typical male. Always going for performance over comfort. Well, let's see where comfort takes us. Now this is the snowmobile for me. The Formula Deluxe 670. It still has your precious Rotax 669cc engine and advanced suspension systems. But look at this. Standard electric start, reverse, a medium height windshield, rear view mirrors. Oh, now that is more like it.
Why not get both? And while we're at it, let's find some fan-cooled sleds for John and Mary.
Great, there are fan-cooled models for comfort and performance, too. Oh, let's not forget the little guy. We'll add the Mini Z to our shopping list.
It looks like Ski-Doo has enough models to please our whole family.
And our family isn't easy to please.
I think this may be a first.
Now it's finally time for the program I've been waiting for. The Eat Snow Dust Show, starring the mighty Mach Z and the rockin' Mach 1. And if I want some more high-energy entertainment, I'll turn to the hard-charging line of Formula 3 triple-power trail sleds. Rotex 3-cylinder engines and the technological edge of the Ski-doo CK3 chassis. This is what I call arm-yanking, heart-pumping, see-you-later performance.
Welcome to my program, the Gearhead Channel. High-tech entertainment that rules the airwaves the same way that Ski-doo engineers rule snowmobile technology. Showcasing the real stars of the Ski-doo lineup for 1999. Beginning with the legendary performance of Rotax engines. And a new star performer, the advanced Rotax 597cc liquid-cooled twin with cylinder reed induction and rave. And there's a lot more to this show, including precision engineering, fit and finish that makes Ski-doo engineering the standard of the industry. With suspension choices that are engineered to meet specific riding needs, like the comfort and control of arm rear suspension on Formula Z 670 and Formula Deluxe 670 models, to no less than 5 different versions of SC10, each engineered specifically for the sled it's matched to. From cross-country to deep powder mountain riding, two-up touring, and including the incredible comfort of the industry's only air-leveling rear suspension on the Grand Touring SE. There are also ride-specific designs for the front suspension, including the proven DSA, the next-generation DSA Plus, and finally, the advanced DSA, the latest technology for precise controlled handling. There are plenty of other Bombardier innovations to talk about, including DES, a digital encoded security system to protect my investment. Digital Performance Management, a computerized carburation system that delivers peak performance under varying temperatures and altitudes up to 14,000 feet. And a reverse that's so smart, so simple, that you know only Ski-doo snowmobiles can have it. I'm talking about Rotax Electronic Reverse. Innovative Bombardier technology even extends to the clothing. This year, they're introducing the all-new Ski-doo modular helmet, the first modular fog-resistant helmet in the industry. This is what I call one-of-a-kind entertainment. I can watch this show all day.
Well, that's fine. But my idea of entertainment is working outside. And there's one line of tools that gets the job done in snow country better than the rest. The sleds in the Scandic lineup. Now these are hard-working tools.
Now we're talking. Here's something all of us can agree on. Head-turning, sled-matching clothing. And Ski-doo gear is definitely that. Look, no wonder she's smiling. I'd be too if I were with him. No, but seriously, I mean, look at this clothing. It's great. I love the bright colors against black. And look at the cut of the clothes. See how their jackets flatter their figures? It's just one more example of how they thought of everything when they designed this gear. That's what really impresses me about this gear. It's about more than good looks. Did you know Ski-doo gear offers 3 levels of insulation? That everything you see here is waterproof? That's right. All the nylon and leather jackets and high pants. Everything you need, Ski-doo gear has. Boots, gloves, not to mention all the stuff to layer underneath. There's something for everybody. Even the little guy here is ready to rumble. It's all warm, functional, and easy to move in. And okay, it really does look great. All the helmets, all the jackets, all the leather, especially the leather. Did I mention how much I like the leather?
Set me up. It's the shopping channel. Look at these Ski-Doo customizing accessories. Now this is the difference between any Ski-Doo snowmobile and mine. Hey, I like standing out from the crowd. Steering kit looks good. Skis, skid plates, sweet. These are the kind of customizing accessories that say lead, not follow. Wow, imagine this beast in motion. Bumpers, snow guard, display on color. It lets me customize my sled to make it mine. All mine. Yeah, looking at this stuff, I'd have to say my blood runs yellow. Color me gone to my authorized Ski-Doo dealer to check out all these customizing accessories.
There's a conclusion to all these different points of view.
Whether you love to compete
or to relax,
whether you want to ride with friends
or leave your friends behind,
whether you love the technology
or just looking good,
if you love snowmobiling,
there's one place to get what you love.
Your authorized Ski-Doo dealer.
That's the place where winter rules.
For over 40 years, the Ski-Doo Pro Racing team has been pushing the envelope of snowmobiling performance. We've taken what we've learned on the track and put it at your fingertips. In fact, the same cutting-edge race technology developed and perfected by the Ski-Doo X team is found throughout the 2002 lineup and in the 25,000 parts and accessories Ski-Doo offers to customize your sled. Over 40 years of snowmobiling experience have also gone into our brand new line of state-of-the-art energy clothing. This warm, stylish, and practical snow gear comes in complete head-to-toe packages that complement the color and styling of your sled. Because at Ski-Doo, we're constantly striving to make snowmobiling a more exciting and more enjoyable way to spend your winter. Ski-Doo snowmobiles are made by a world leader in transportation, Bombardier, a diversified manufacturing and service company, a world-leading manufacturer of business jets, regional aircraft, rail transportation equipment, and motorized recreational products. With 56,000 employees in 80 countries across 5 continents, we're constantly working to provide the world's best air, land, and sea transportation. With such world-famous brand names as Learjet, Challenger, Canadair Regional Jet, and Global Express, Bombardier Aerospace dominates the business jet and the regional aircraft markets. Bombardier Transportation, a leader in the manufacturing of passenger rail cars, offers a full range of urban, suburban, and intercity vehicles, as well as complete rail transit systems worldwide. When it comes to recreational vehicles, Bombardier knows it's not enough to be moved physically. You also need to be moved emotionally. That's why our Ski-Doo and Lynx snowmobiles, Sea-Doo personal watercraft and sport boats, and Bombardier all-terrain vehicles are all considered the benchmark for their respective industry. And at Bombardier, we will never settle for anything less. Snowmobilers are used to seeing videos full of exciting rides and picturesque settings. But this year, Ski-Doo did something different. As we shot the new 2002 models, we brought our video cameras along to show you what goes on behind the scenes of those beautiful picture shoots. This year, we also interviewed 1,000 snowmobilers across 2 countries in our 2002 Ultimate Ride Contest and asked them to tell us their best Ski-Doo snowmobiling story. Then, 6 winners and their guests won an all-expenses-paid trip to our secret photo shoot location to be the very first to ride the 2002 sleds with us. Then we asked them what they thought. Once you see the experience they had, we're sure you'll want to come with us next year. Because as our winners will tell you, there's nothing like it.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dave Thompson from Ski-Doo, and I want to welcome you all to the Ski-Doo 2002 photo shoot. This is where the fun begins. all going to ride brand new 2002 machines, and we're going to take you out on some beautiful trails. The weather is holding out. It's going to be a beautiful day, and we're all going to have a great time.
Hi, I'm Don Barker. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. As far as my riding style goes, it's pretty wild. Usually always out in front, being the leader. Usually very aggressive trail riding. When you get on an MXZ, especially the one that I was riding yesterday, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't even begin to tell you how well that made those any bumps that were there disappear. What a remarkable difference going to a twin carbide ski with the tunnel in there. Night and day difference. It's much more aggressive, made to feel like you were going through on rails. The new running boards that are on there allow you to have grip. Your feet hold in place when you're riding the sled. The machine actually becomes part of you. And I tell you, the next thing that really helps too is the handlebars. That straight bar handlebar and the way that you can get up on that thing and adjust that and be able to crank into those turns and come through there. Unreal. The other nice thing about the MXZ that's new is the reverse that's on there. It's nice being able to just press a button, rev it up and go backwards and get out of a tight spot. A sled like this, unbelievable because it's light, it's agile, becomes one with you, has incredible power. You talk about ultimate, that was ultimate.
I'm Amy Turner and I'm from Iowa. The type of riding we do in Iowa is usually we travel north for the trails to ride with friends. The Legend is actually a very striking sled. It has a silver and blue tint to it, and then they also have one that's all blue. It's a sled that you really want to get on and take it for a ride. Some of the luxury features I really like are the electronic start, and it has RER, which is their Rotax electronic reverse, and it has compact mirrors so that they're sleek and actually enhance the look of the sled, and you can adjust your handlebars to be the height that you'd like, and in terms of performance, it has a lot of get up and go. You can adjust the suspension at the flick of a switch. You can change it from sporty to comfort. Sport, you have a tighter suspension, so it really helps you take the moguls better, and it's instant response. I mean, you can just all of a sudden feel the suspension change in just a different ride condition. I mean, it's kind of two sleds in one. It's ultimate. You have your dual carbides, and so it really helps you have the grip and the performance when handling around the corner, because the corner is definitely not a place where you want to give out. And your back end's really light and it goes with the sled, and so you can just dig in and you know exactly where your sled's going to go. It's actually the ultimate combination of luxury and performance in the snowmobile, and the snowmobile truly does live up to its name of being the Legend.
My name is Dan Casteller. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. I've been a mountain rider all my life. I always ride Summit because I can make it to the top of the hills before anybody else can. I've been very impressed with the maneuverability and the amount of power and the traction. I've been very impressed with the features that they've added this year. All together make a great package for a mountain rider and make an excellent sled. They've really done a lot to improve the suspension, especially for the trail riding. You know, obviously you have to ride the trails to get to the mountains, and still when you get up there, it's still got everything that a mountain rider would want. The new powder skis, they have the carbides on the outside, so it makes you feel like you have wide skis, but you know, they're still narrow enough that you can boondock and you can rock it back and forth. The ability to change the ski stance is a very nice feature because you are able to swap sides of the skis so you can increase the amount of distance in between each ski. The bonus of having a wider and tilted running board gives us an opportunity to step back on the machine to transfer the weight back. You can plant your feet in there and muscle the machine from there. That's a great benefit. The DPM is the altitude and temperature adjustment, and I've been very impressed with it. You run just as good at 7,000 feet as you would at 12,000 feet. And that's very important because when you get higher, that's where you want the most performance. It's got the power, the track, the maneuverability, feels lightweight. You can do anything with it. The Summit has become a machine that's good for the trails. It will get you anywhere in the mountains. It's kind of the best of both worlds for me as far as I'm concerned.
My name is Jim Burnclaw. I'm from Wyoming, Minnesota. I am on a Mach Z. It is fast, responsive. It's a very tight riding machine. It's really hard to explain, but it's a real adrenaline rush. I guess that's the best way to put it. The Mach Z is a very aerodynamic snowmobile. The suspension is very tight. The track really hugs the snow. The ski stance is wide and it's very firm. Taking corners, you always want to make sure to keep both skis on the ground, and I didn't seem to have any problem with that. Just an all-around very tight sled. It's very easy to maneuver. You can ride that for a long time and not get tired out. It really flows through the corners with you. We rode up a couple of real good hills, and the DPM computer, which monitors everything and adjusts to the altitude, seems to take care of everything so that the performance is not compromised. Every once in a while, you get into a situation that you need reverse, and now you can push the button, look behind you, and back up and take care of business, and you're on your way. With the 3-cylinder power plant under the hood, it has a real roar to it, and once you hit the top RPM, it's got the real sound of a power sled, a muscle sled. It's a little rocket, very aerodynamic, beautiful sled.
Bring a sandbag, Jason. They're more important than he is.
Là, j'y suis un peu, plus que ça. Ben, les autres, ils gardent toujours la courbe edge à droite quand même. Goodbye!
Yeah, remember to take that off before you go to the bathroom. Okay, ready?
Hi, I'm Serge Ritchie from Terrebonne, Quebec, near Montreal in Canada. The ZX with an 800cc engine is something else. It really flies. It's got power. You can hit the gas and there's torque to spare. I can keep up with anybody on a machine like this. One of the best things about the new Grand Touring SC is that it's lightweight. By changing to the ZX chassis, the sled must have lost about 100 pounds. It handles well, it's smooth, it takes curves a lot faster, and responds better. Even the passenger feels the difference. There's a switch on the dash that lets you change the rear suspension on this sled, so you can cruise with someone on board. But when you're alone, you don't need to lean. All you do is flick the switch and bang, it gives you a real sport ride. I also like the adjustable handlebar, because depending on whether you're on a trail or in powder, you can raise or lower it for better control. It's become a luxury snowmobile with the heart of a sport machine. It's a really great machine.
Stand by.
Stand by. Okay, we're ready. Go. Action!
I'm Daniel Leviev from Lac-Beauport in Quebec. I'm an off-trail guy, so they asked me to try out the Scandic. It's surprisingly easy to handle in spite of its size, with its long, wide track. You can get around trees easily, and even in deep snow you can go slowly without worrying about getting stuck. The snow can be over your head, and this Ski-doo just keeps on going. It's good for any job you have to do and for any load you need to haul. Whether you have someone hurt on a stretcher, or you need to maintain ski slopes or move snow cannons, you can always rely on it. If a lot of snow falls, there's no problem getting back. You're safe. You know you'll get back with a Scandic. The seat can be used almost entirely for storage. You have the whole seat which opens up. You can use the full length and full width for carrying tools or other things.
Camera roll.
We're rolling.
Battery.
Need a battery. Battery for the camera, please.
You ready?
In heavy snow, it works just as well in reverse as in forward gear. The rear suspension is articulated to let you climb over the snow. Backing up is easy. The Scandic has a 2-speed transmission with reverse. So in tough situations, you can use the low gear to take off, then shift to second to accelerate. When you're finished working with it, you can drive the trails. It's a sled that can go 65 to 75 miles an hour, so it can serve 2 or 3 different purposes. You can use it in soft snow, for work, and for touring. It's very versatile. It's a really nice machine. You need a sled like that out in the country.
snow meets the sky, the power in your hand, a rush from inside. There's nothing like it, nothing like it. There's nothing quite like a dash through the trees, a blast from the stars. You can soar through the air, hold on with your hands, but steer with your heart. Ski-doo, there's nothing like it. Ski-doo, nothing like it. Ski-doo, nothing like it. There's nothing quite like a crisp morning air, a whisper of pine, the glistening snow catches your eye as you dance with the